Welcome back to the Unveiled series, a series where I detail and account my favorite TV shows and characters. Today, we depart on a mystical journey of massive proportions as we ask, who are the Legends of Vox Machina? Standing out as the most funded film project in Kickstarter history, and the dream child of the cast of Critical Role, who we'll talk about later. First, however, for this review we'll be talking about the animated series and pulling from the original campaigns. The Legends of Vox Machina, or Legend of Vox Machina, is an animated high fantasy tale of a ragtag, up-and-coming hero and adventurers group with a cynical twist. Our story begins in the kingdom of Tal Dore, a realm of magic, sorcery, and, well, brutality. Our prelude to the show is watching a brave group of heroes join forces to oppose the oh my god, yeah. Welcome to the Legend of Vox Machina. The show instantly sets its pace as a high-action, comedy-packed adventure, and shortly afterwards we get to see a drunken brawl of our favorite characters. We find ourselves quickly introduced to, as I refer to them, the Legends of Vox Machina. Beginning with my personal, and I'm clear to see fan favorite, Percival, aka Percy Whitestone. Voiced by Taliesin Hafner. Percy, the disposed child of a lost royal family of the House Durolo. Lost to what exactly? We'll see. Percy is perhaps the most intellectual of the legends, as he is a tinkerer and inventor of creating weapons, such as his trusty hand cannon, the pepper box. And cause, I like the name, cause it's literally, if you want the smoke, he has it. And he seems to have invented another but unnamed, yet incredibly powerful cannon, and I'm simply gonna dub the Boomstick. And you might ask why.
We get it, you're smart. Just do something.
Percival seems to be the only person in the Mon with a firearm. So with that and the fact he is smooth and calculating, Percy is able to guess the trajectory of his shots and ricochet them across the room to hit his target. Though Percy's ambition is plagued by something far more sinister than just curiosity. It's notable to say, I guess, that Percy has a darker side to him. Given his proper appearance, you might not think that, but in the first episode, we can take a quote from him as he brings this up addressing Pike's plea for the group to do some good.
We could try doing some good this time?
Boring.
Pike, ethics are a luxury we currently can't afford.
Grog, Strongjaw, voiced by Travis Willingham. Grog is a giant, for lack of better words, a barbarian. Strong, bull-headed, and able to pack down gallons of alcohol. He comes off as Vox Machina's heavy hitter and tank. Grog's body has shown resistance to light arrow fire, emphasis on light because it's not actually an emphasis, swords, magic, acid, and granted in all of these, he's only mildly annoyed by arrows and swords susceptible to magic and clearly doable enough to withstand acid, but needing some assistance. A true man of culture, Grog's combat nature betrays the true lumbering teddy bear he is, though these are often a toss-up. You won't find Grog far from a barrel of ale or a bloodied body. Scanlan Shorthalt, the gnome, voiced by Sam Riegel. As the bard, Scanlan comes off as the comedic relief, but is actually a crucial member of the legends like all the others. At first glance, you wouldn't expect much from a sex-crazed, loin-rocking gnome. But Scanlan has been able to hold his own in single-handed combat against squads of soldiers. He's been able to burn down an entire manor and fight toe-to-toe with a literal Goliath with his wit and magic. So you have to see, I gotta hand it to Scanlan. He can sing, and I'm talking sing. I'd say he's in my top animated singers next to Steve from American Dad and Beast Boy from Teen Titans. I'm not even gonna lie, you guys should check both of them out, that shit's fire. While not my favorite, Scanlan is a much needed relief to the darker moments of the show, even if only by the voice acting of Sam Riegel himself. One of Scanlan's more raunchy traits is his quest to bed any and all in the realms of Amon. And with his pansexual nature and his ability of being a walking music box with the sex drives of a rabbit, I'd say he's on his way. Bex and Bax, the elf twins, although I honestly forget which one's which. Bex voiced by Laura Bailey and Bax being voiced by Liam O'Brien. While much the same, their approach to the life shows vast differences. Bax, often cocky and even playful, is specialized in infiltration and assassination, making him the group's rogue. Compared to the others in Vox Machina, Bax doesn't have Grog's overwhelming strength, Percy's gun or demonic thirst for revenge, any sort of nifty ability like the others. However, Bax is lightning quick, nimble, and so good with his knives that he can still keep pace with everyone else. Though I would say, he has some sort of flickering ability with his daggers that makes me question whether it's magic or not, or just simple sleight of hand, and a super handy skill of lockpicking. Bax easily makes up for anything else. While Vex is more level-headed, and very much so projects big sister energy on the entire group. As an archer, Vex's wit is as sharp as her arrowheads. She has been shown able to outshoot several other archers at once, even make quips and jokes while she's doing it, and then proceed to make quick work of all of them. Vex also has the curious ability to sense dragons or those that have come into contact with them. She often leads the group in planning and movement, but in my opinion, she and Percival come off as the group leaders more so. Oh, and her pet bear, Trinket, the cutest destroyer of man that you'd ever see. Yes, he is. Leading on, we have Pike Trickfoot, voiced by Ashley Johnson. Pike is also a gnome like Scanlan, and a priest of the holy goddess Everlight. Pike is imbued with holy magic, being able to enchant and imbue others' weaponry, and even create weapons out of light, meaning she exhibits clear signs of heliomancy. She is also the group's primary healer, Keyleth coming in a slight second, emphasis on slight. Pike's mannerisms are not what you'd expect from a priest, but she is often shown trying to steer the Legends of Vox Machina in the path of good. While different from her motherly self in the prior Critical Role series, Pike is more crass and forward-speaking in the show's rendition. Pike can brawl and swear with the best of them, just like everyone else in Vox Machina, but she's also the most unambiguously good person in the party, swearing her loyalty to a goddess of love and being the first person in the group to suggest that they might become, actual heroes. And now, although I said Percival was my favorite, I have to unveil the final member of the Legends of Vox Machina, Keyleth of the Air Ashari, voiced by Marshall Ray. While I don't have a full grasp on who the Ashari are, it's clear they are a druid people. Keyleth can control the elements along with nature itself. This extends to being able to communicate with plants. She can even transform into a beast, as clear to most druid lore. Though her shy and introverted behavior betrays Keyleth's power itself, she is immensely, unbelievably powerful. But it's as if she doesn't know it or is incapable of realizing her full potential. Although she's pretty socially awkward, frequently unsure of herself, and either shuts down or makes mistakes in the wake, I would say it heavily implies she has some serious anxiety issues, and I feel you there, Kiki. But I can't understate Keyleth is quite powerful. Her vines were able to subdue the mighty dragon Brentsai for a brief time. A wall of thorns she made managed to block the Briarwoods, and she even froze a massive section of a town full of zombies, but she's still a nervous wreck. This overall, however, I think being the point of the legends themselves, there is a start to them. They are slowly discovering the lore about themselves and the realm that they reside in, and I couldn't pick a better lore or fandom to unveil. Please check this series out on Amazon Prime if you don't have it, don't pirate it, quotation marks. I'd like to speak more about it, but we're coming to a close of today's video. Thank you once again for tuning into another episode of The Unveiled, and come back for the next episode where we unveil the villains that plague the Legends.